Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Kishore again from Kishore Technologies. In last sessions of TestNG, we discussed what is TestNG framework and how to install TestNG with Eclipse. And also we discussed about what are all the various annotations in TestNG and how to prioritize the tester scripts in TestNG framework. And also we have seen how to analyze the results in various formats of TestNG. In today's session, we'll start with assert class in TestNG. So what is the assert class and how many different types of methods we have in assert and how to apply assert to perform the validations in TestNG. And also we will see what is the difference between the soft assert and hard assert. Right guys? So before discussing all these things, let me give you quick overview of what is the assert. So we are using assert class here in TestNG to perform the validations. When you are working on Selenium with Java, we are performing validations with the help of the conditional statements like if condition, if else condition, nested if condition, switch case, different types of conditional statements. Excuse me. Different types of conditional statements we used to perform the validations in Selenium with Java. But in TestNG, we can perform these validations with the help of the assert class. In this assert class, we have multiple methods. So we'll see one by one what are all the methods we have and how to perform validations in TestNG with the help of the assertions, guys. Let me start with the one by one. Let me start with one by one. See, I just created one empty script here. I just opened the Facebook application, maximize the application. Here my requirement is, I would like to verify the length of the title. So every application is having title. The title length should be 20. So I'm expecting the length of the title should be 20. So how can we check? First, we need to capture the title. How to get the title? So string title equals to driver dot get title, driver dot get title. So once you get the title from the application, I need to verify whether this length of the title is 20 or not. So I'm expecting it should be 20. So how can we write it? By using assert. Assert. You can see assert, different assert classes we have, but make sure that it should be from arg.testng. So assert equals assert equals. If you see this assert equals method, so many methods we have. So method overloading, same method name with different arguments, guys. See assert equals, so many times you can see, but every time it is changing the different arguments, guys. Different arguments we can see. That means for every data type, we can apply this assert equals. Now I'm checking which one, any data type we can take it, not an issue, guys. We can directly write the code here. Assert equals of what is that? So what I'm expecting here, I'm expecting title length should be 20. So that is the actual. What is the actual length of the title? Actual length of the title. How can we get the title? Title dot length. Title dot length. So this returns actual length of the title, but my expectation is what? 20. Simple, guys. So that's all. This is the way we are working with assert equals method. So if you run this code, see how it will execute. Just right click on it, run as testng test. When you run as testng test, it will launch the application, it will get the title, and it will verify whether the title length is equals to 20 or not. If it is 20, it will make it as a pass. Otherwise, it will make it as a fail. So see here, let's run this. It is running. See here, I can see total test run is 1 and the failures are 1. Why it is failed? Why it is failed? Simple. Expected is 20, but found how much? 28. So actual length is 28, but we expected 20. Both are mismatching, so output will be failed. But Kishore, I would like to see my exact text output. So why it is failed and all I would like to see. How can we get it? That you can see, comma, here we can write. So text also we can write here. Third, another method with the 3 arguments. String text message, we can write it. What is it? Length of the title. I'm just giving length of title. Length of title is not 20. This is the message I'm expecting. So this is the message I'm expecting. Just run it. Run as testng test again. So when you run as testng test, it will verify whether length of the title is 20 or not. If not, it will print this message and also it will print the fail. This is called as assert equals method. So same thing, we have a reverse method. What is that? Assert not equals. So length of the title should be 20, means we are using assert equals. In case length of the title should not be 20, negative scenario, we are applying the negative method. That is the, okay, what is that? What is the negative method, guys? See, assert not equals. Now see, runs one, failure one. Why it is failed here? You can see length of the title is not 20. You expected 20 but found 28. This is called as assert equals method. Coming to the next one, assert not equals. So my expectation is what? Assert dot assert not equals. Assert not equals. What is that? I'm expecting what? Title dot length. Title dot length. And I'm not expecting 20. I'm not expecting 20. So let's run this code. I'm commenting this. When you run this code, what will happen, guys? See, if you run this code, come on, guys, guess what will be the output? Your output will be pass. Why it is pass? I'm not expecting 20. Here I'm expecting 20. That's what it is failed. Here I'm not expecting 20. So it will get the title length. Title length is what? 28. So what is the expectation? 20. We are not expecting 20. Yes, 28 is not same as 20. So both are mismatching. Your output will be pass. Let's run this code. When you run this code, you can see it will launch the application and get the title, and it is verifying whether title is not 20 or not. Understand everyone, guys? So positive way, negative way. Positive way we can apply, okay, assert equals. Negative way we are using the assert not equals method. So these are all the first two methods we have. Not only these two, guys, we can apply some other methods also in the asserts. Just see. Let's complete this execution, guys. So your output is what? Runs one, failures 0, skips 0, everything is passed. Understand everyone, guys? This is the way we are working with assert equals and assert not equals function. Understand? Coming to the next one. The next concept is, next thing is, I'll just comment these two. Next one is what? Assert true. Instead of you are giving actual value, directly it will check the condition. See, next one, string title equals to driver dot get title. My requirement is what? The title should starts with the K. Title should starts with the K. So how can we verify whether it is starting with K or not? For that we are using, so title dot starts with the K. Title dot starts with the K. Starts with function, return type is what? Always Boolean. So I'm storing into Boolean, something like Boolean. What is that? Starts. Boolean starts equal to. So what it will do, it will check whether title is starting with K or not. If it is starting with K, it returns true and stores into starts. If it is not starting with K, it returns false and stores into starts. But my requirement is what? It should starts with the K. So Boolean related validation. These Boolean related validations we can perform with assert dot. What is that? Assert true. Assert true. Understand everyone? Assert true. So how to write the condition here? Assert true. Condition is what? What you're expecting. Assert true. What is that? Starts. Assert true is what? Starts. And the message is what, guys? What is the message? Title. Message is what? Title starts with title, not starts with K. Title not starts with the K. Understand everyone, guys? Title not starts with the K. This is the message I want to print. If you run this code, what it will do? It will check the title whether it is starting with K or not. Then it will compare whether it is same, true or not. So it is not true. So ultimately you'll get the output as what? Fail. So Boolean related validations, we can use the assert true. So here I'm expecting title should starts with the K. That's what I'm using, true, assert true. In case title should not starts with the K, we can apply, what we can apply? We can apply assert false. Assert true we have, assert false we have. All we are using in real time, guys. Okay, very important assertions for interview point of view as well as for working perspective, because there is no, we are not supposed to use any if conditions, if else conditions and all. Here we are using only assertions to perform the validations. Let's run this. You can understand. Now I'm expecting it should starts with the K. Let's check whether it is starting with K or not. No, it is not starting with K. Failure is 1. Why it is failure? Title not starts with K. You expected true, but found it is false. Understand everyone? Same thing I'm using. I'm just commenting it. I'm just using the same thing with assert dot assert false. Assert false. What is assert false? Condition is what? Starts variable name starts. And the message is what? Title. Message is what? Title not starts with. Title not starts with K. Title not starts with K. Something I'm giving, guys. Something I'm giving. So if you run this code, what will be your output? Guess, guys. What will be your output? Your output will be pass. Why? Because you are expecting, you are not expecting it starts with the, okay, what is that? It starts with a K. Yes, it is not starting with K. So your output will be what? Pass. So understand, guys, always you need to compare expected result with actual result, guys. So these are all the 4 methods we have so far. Assert equals, assert not equals, assert true, assert false. Okay, assert true, assert false, we can use it for exclusively, we can use it for Boolean values, guys. Understand everyone? Boolean values we are using. This is about the another asserts. Next one. Sometimes you can see I just created string value equals to we have a null. We have a null, guys. I need to check whether my string is null or not. Okay, so whether my string is null or it should be null. So how can we write it? Assert what is that? Null. Okay, assert null. You can see, guys, assert null. So it will check whether value, okay, variable, and message is what? Value is null. Value is null. Understand, guys? Value is null. This is the way we are printing, guys. So let's run this code. So for this, we need not to write this. We need not execute this code. I'm just commenting this, guys. So now I just write string value equals to null. Let's run this. When you run this, you can see run as test-ng test. You can see failure 0. Why it is 0, guys? Because you're expecting the value is null. Yes, it is null. That's what it is showing me pass. In case if I'm writing assert dot assert not null, assert not null. Understand everyone, guys? Assert not null. What is that? Which one? Value. And here I'm giving value is null. Value is null. Understand, guys? Value is null. So how can we write this code, guys? How can we run this? When you run this, see, it will check whether it is null or not. See, let's run this. When you run this, you can see failures. Runs 1, failure 1. Why it is failed, guys? Why it is failed here? Why? Because why it is failed here? The reason is what? Value is null. You expected object to not be null, but this value is what? Null. But you are not expecting it is null, but it is null. That's what it is showing me output. Understand, guys? These are all the different methods we are using, but mostly we are using mostly we are using assert equals, assert not equals, assert true, assert false. These 4 we are using regularly in the Selenium perspective. In the next sessions, I'll explain you how we are using this assert equals, not equals practically in the application examples, guys. But this is the brief overview of assert equals and assert true, assert false. Let me give the quick overview. Assert equals, it is checking whether the validation is true or not. It is comparing expected result with actual result. So we are expecting this expected result should be same. Assert not equals, assert not equals. Next one, assert true. Assert true means what? The validation should be satisfied. Assert false means validation should not be satisfied. Understand? Assert null, the value should be null. Assert not null means value should not be null. So this is how we are performing the validations with the help of the assertions in TestNG framework. But how to use these assertions? Let me start with the another example, guys. See, let's start with another example. So there is a one functionality for assert, guys, here. What is the functionality of assert? In case if any test case got failed, if any assertion got failed, in TestNG framework. I'll start with that one. See, I'm just giving the class 24, something I created class 24. Here, I'm going to create one method test. What is it? @test. @test. What is the first test, guys? Public void test1. Public void test1. Control V. Just see, I just open the application. I maximize the application. And what next? I maximize the application. And next one is what, guys? I am going to test something here. So what I'm going to test something here, my requirement is email element should be available. For example, email element should be available in Facebook application. How to verify the email element? How to verify the email element, guys? First, we are checking whether it is available or not. Boolean element underscore available. Available equals to driver dot find element of by dot xpath of what is that? Which element, guys? / input // what is that? @id equals to email. @id equals to email. Understand, guys? Dot is displayed. Okay, dot is displayed. My requirement is what? It should be available. How to verify whether it is available or not? Simple. Assert dot, simple, guys. Assert dot equals assert equals. So actual value, what is the actual value, guys? Element underscore available. And expected is what? True. Simple. Expected is true. Okay, guys. Next one, element should not, that email element should be enabled. Email element should be enabled. So how to write the, this is fine. And I'm writing next one is what? Something like system.out.println driver dot get title, then driver dot close. Okay, let's run this code, guys. What is that? If you run this code, see, when you run this code here, it will launch the application. It will check whether email is available or not. Then it will get the title and close the application. Because here email is available, condition is satisfied, then it will execute the next line and it will print the title and close the application. That is fine. In case, Kishore, if the validation is not satisfied, what will happen? Let's run this code again. You can understand. Now, first scenario, validation is true because element is available. So we don't have any problem. It will continue the next line execution. It will get the title and close the application. Executing slowly, guys. Right, is going very slowly. 1 second, let it. I'll do one thing. I'm just closing it again. Again running, guys. Again running. Sometimes it is loading very slowly, actually. Run as TestNG test. It is launching and then it will verify whether email is available or not. Then it will make it is available. So it will make it as a pass and execute the next line and print the title and close the application. This is the general scenario. Right, guys, close the application. Failure 0 because everything is passed. So if you open this output, guys, results window, you can see the title also. Why you are getting the title? Why you are getting the title here? Because it opened the application. It will check whether email element is available or not. Yes, it is available. That means condition satisfied. Then it is getting the title and close the application. That you clear, guys? Now coming to the next one. In case, Kishore, I'm expecting email element should not be available. I'm giving it as a false. My expectation is false. False means what? I'm not expecting email element in an application. Then how it will work? Just see, when you run this code, it will launch the application. It will verify whether email element is not available or not. But it is available in application. But I'm expecting it should not be available. So both are mismatching. It will throw an error and stop the execution, guys. It will not continue the execution. This concept, we called it as a hard assertion. What is the hard assertion? If the validation is satisfied, okay, then only it continue the execution. If the validation is not satisfied, if the condition is failed, then it will not execute the next line. It will stop the execution, guys. It will stop the execution. So it is not closing application, because here this condition is failed. When the condition is failed, it will not execute the next lines of the code. This we call it as a hard assertion. Understand, even if you open the results also, you cannot see the title here. Why you are not seeing the title? Previous example, when you run the last time, you can see the title. Why? Because that time it was pass. Expected is false, but found true. That is the user. I stopped the execution. This we called it as a hard assertion. What is the functionality of hard assertion? What is the functionality of this assert, guys? If the condition is true, it will continue the next line execution. If the condition is false, it will stop the execution. In case, Kishore, if this class contains multiple tests, if we have, so this is the test2, for example, test1 is failed, so test2 will execute. In that case, if the test1 got failed, if this validation is failed, it will stop this test case execution. Then it will go to the second test case execution, guys. Understand? Let's run this code. You can understand. Now two tests are there. First test is failed. What will happen? It will execute the second test. It will stop the first test case execution, then go to the second test execution, guys. This is the one advantage we have with the hard assertion. But hard assertion functionality is what? It will check whether condition is true or not. If the condition is true, then only it continues the execution. Otherwise, it will stop the execution of that test. It will go to the next test execution if you have a multiple tests in a class. Understand, guys? But Kishore, my requirement is, even though the condition is true or false, I would like to continue my execution. That is possible with the help of the soft assertion. Okay, that is possible with the help of what? Soft assertion. See here, first test case got failed. It stopped the execution. Second test case is executing. Second test case is also failed. Then it will stop the execution. In case if you have a third test case, it will execute the third one, guys. This is the concept of hard assertion. If you aware of Selenium IDE, guys, this concept is same as assert. Do you remember? Verify, assert, wait for 3 different types of commands we have in IDE. So this hard assertion is similar to assert in Selenium IDE. But now, Kishore, I would like to continue my execution even though the validation is true or false. For that, we are using the soft assertion, guys. How to apply soft assertion here? Simple. For applying soft assertion, we need to import one class called, what is the class we are importing? Soft assert. Object equal to new soft assert. Understand, guys? New soft assert. So with the help of the soft assert, so what is that? S dot assert equals what? Actual is what? Actual is what? What is actual, guys? Element underscore available. But expected is what? I'm giving it as a false. Intentionally, I'm giving false, guys. So we'll see what will happen. But at the end, guys, we need to use s dot assert all. We need to write this statement. So if you run this code, this condition is not satisfied. Even though the condition is not satisfied, it will execute the next line and get the title and close the application, guys, because this is called as what? Soft assertion. Understand what is the difference between the hard assertion and soft assertion? Regular assert, we called it as a hard assertion. If the condition is true, then only it continue the execution. But soft assertion is what? Even though the condition is true or false, it continue the execution. That is called as soft assertion, guys. Let's run this code now. Let's run this, run as test-ng test. It will launch the application now. It will maximize, it will check the condition. It will check the first condition. If the first condition is true or false, doesn't matter. It will execute the next line and print the title and close the application, guys. This is about the soft assertion. But second test, we used hard assertion only. It won't close the application. It will not get the title and close the application. See here, you can get the clear picture, guys, now. Just loading slowly, guys. Just completed perfectly. See, do you understand, guys? So condition is failed. Even though the condition is failed, it execute the next line, get the title and close the application. But second test is executing. See, in second test, we applied hard assertion only. So when you use hard assertion, condition is failed. When the condition is failed, it will stop the execution. This is the difference between the soft and hard assertions, guys. Very important areas, guys, for working perspective as well as for interview point of view. What is the difference between the assert equals and assert not equals? Assert equals means we are using for positive conditions. Assert not equals for negative conditions, guys. Next, what is the difference between the soft assertion and hard assertion? Soft assertion is what? It will check the condition and tool continues the execution even though the condition is true or false. Hard assertion, it will check the condition and tool continue the execution only if the condition is true. If the condition is false, it will stop the execution of that test case. Go to the next test case if you have multiple test cases in a TestNG class. This is about the different types of assertions in TestNG, different types of assertions in TestNG framework, which is really helpful for writing the test scripts, guys. So in the next videos, I'll explain you how to write the TestNG tests in real time with the help of the annotations and assertions. In real time, how we are writing the test scripts and how we are executing them through XML file and how to parameterizing the data. These concepts we'll discuss in the next videos, guys. Thank you for watching Qshore Technologies.